Hello, welcome to day 3 of Andrea's 5 Days of Christmas. Today, I'm telling the story of the time we decided to have an old-fashioned 100% handmade Christmas. I'm Andrea Stenberg. Do let me know in the chat. Are you watching live? Are you watching in the replay? I love to know who's joining me. So one year, I think I was about 12, we got the bright idea to have an old-fashioned Christmas, and the rules were everything had to be handmade. The only thing that was allowed to not be handmade was the Christmas lights. We allowed for electricity, but everything else had to be handmade. So, I remember one day when my mom made this big bowl of popcorn, and we got a needle and thread, and we also had a bowl of cranberries, and so we strung up popcorn to make garlands for the Christmas tree, and let me tell you, not as much fun as you might think, because for every piece of popcorn that made it on the string, about 4 or 5 broke. Like, by the end of the day, I think we were all cursing, and bear in mind, I was 12 and my sister was 7, and we were all cursing it because and you might think, "Oh, but you get to eat the popcorn." Except nobody puts butter and salt on popcorn that you're gonna put on your tree because that would be disgusting. So it was kinda like eating styrofoam. But anyway, so we did that, we did the garlands, but, that would be kind of a boring tree if all you had was, um, cranberries and popcorn. So I got the bright idea to make, nutmen to put on the tree. So basically what I did is I took walnuts and glued a hazelnut on them, drew a little happy face on the hazelnut, and then made little capes out of scrap fabric and then hung them from the tree. So we had all these nut people on the tree. And actually, so now somewhere 40 years later, one has survived. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. I should maybe take a picture of one later and put it up. Anyway, so one of those survived. But so we had a tree, we had popcorn, cranberries, nut people all over the tree. But then came the presents. So we had to hand make presents. And in school, we had done some craft where we had taken clothes pegs and made some fancy chair out of clothes pegs, and it was like an armchair, and it had like fancy designs, and then we shellacked it. And I brought that home. And then, unbeknownst to my sister and I, my parents had taken clothes pegs and made Barbie furniture for us. Except when they saw the chair that I made at school that was all fancy and beautiful, they were too embarrassed to give it to us. And actually, Christmas morning, after we had done all the presents, they kind of like really bashedly took us down to the basement and had like in the corner they had hidden their gifts of shame, which were the clothes pegs, which were actually pretty nice. They just weren't as fancy as the one I made, and so they gave it to us after the fact. So anyway, that was our homemade Christmas, and it was kind of a lot of fun. I don't even remember what the other presents were, but it was just we had so much fun doing the tree and making, even though there was some frustration, it was a lot of fun. So I would love to know, have you ever done a old-fashioned Christmas, a handmade Christmas, whether it's, whether you were pedantic like we were and did 100% everything had to be handmade, or did you just do some? I'd love to hear your stories. So let me know in the chat. Also, just let me know, are you enjoying Andrea's 5 Days of Christmas, which is just pure silliness and fun to lead us up into the holidays. So I've been Andrea Stenberg. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow.